Okay, guys, welcome back, and this is the lecture number. Yeah, this is the lecture number 23, and today we are going to start with a general ledger. But before we start this, let me show you the accounting cycle, that how it works. So first, the first thing in the accounting cycle. Let me write it here. This is your accounting cycle. So the first thing you will have is your source documents. So first, everything start with a proof of transaction, and that will be your invoices, definitely your receipts, bank slips, or it might be bills. Now, these are the raw materials of accounting. Think of them as the evidence that something happened in the business. Fine. After source document, the second step, you will have general entries. And we have discussed this general entry in the lecture number 20. This is 23, so that was 22. And you know that we record each transaction in the journal. And the journal is like a diary, which I have told you before, that it tells the story of what happened, when it happened, and which account are affected. So every entry has debit and credit side. Debit and credit sides. For example, let's say you buy goods for cash. You just buy goods for cash. So what will happen? Debit will be the purchases, and the credit will definitely cash. Now after that, you will have the next step that we call general ledger, and this is our topic for today's lecture. So after general, we move to the general ledger. Now the ledger is more organized. Instead of one big diary, it's divided into separate account, and that will be your cash, definitely your sales, your rent, and so on like that. Fine. So general says what happened, and ledger says where it belonged. So what is the difference between the general and general ledger? General show that what happened. Fine. While the general ledgers says that where it belongs. Right? For example, that cash payment get posted into a cash account page, and purchase goes into the purchase account page. So this is where the general ledger come. Fine. After that, after general ledger, you will have that next step, and that is the step number 4, and we call that as your trial balance. So once all ledger posting are done, we prepare a trial balance, right? And this is actually a list of all accounts balances, and that showing debit and credit. So the big check, debit must equal credit. This debit must equal the credit, right? If they don't, something went wrong in the journal or ledger posting, right? After that, the first step, you will have the adjustment. This is adjustment stage. In a period, we make adjustment, right? And you know why we are doing this? Because to reflect the reality and accruals. That when, let's say this is your accruals, and accruals means that expenses anchored but not yet paid. Anchored but not year deferred. Okay, this is the concept of accrual. And you also know about free payment. By free payment, we meant that you paid an advance. Okay, so for example, depreciation, asset losing value, you know this. So adjustment makes sure that accounts are not just number but realistic, right? So this is all about accounting cycle step number 5. That is adjustment you need to do at the end of the period. And this is why you're doing this, because to reflect the reality. And after that, the step number 6. And the step number 6 is about financials. That is your financial statements. And you know that we have the two main financial statements. The first one is your income statement. Fine. And this statement we can also call profit and loss statement. And this show actually the performance, which means that your income versus your expenses. And the second statement, which is very important, that is your balance sheet. And balance sheet actually shows the position, and that is why we call it statement of financial position. And how you know about the position? So if you want to know the position of the business, then definitely you are looking for the assets, the liabilities, and the capital. So these are what managers and investor and definitely the regulator actually look at. And after that, this is step number 6. And after that, you will have the last, oh my God, what the hell is this? Okay. This one. And this is the step number 7 here. And this one, you are closing and next period. So at the year end, account or close. So balances are carried forward as opening balances for the next year. And the cycle start again with a new transaction. So this is the 7th step. This is the 7th step accounting process that you need to know. Today we'll discuss about the general ledger, but I have just given the flavor that how this transaction is accounted. So let me recap this, and after that we will start our lecture general ledger, right? So what I have told you, that think of accounting like a story cycle. Okay, first you collect evidences, which mean documents, then you write the story, mean journal, then you organize the story into categories, and we call that as ledger. After that, you check the maths, mean the trial balance, and then adjust for reality, mean adjustment, and finally publish the report, which we call financial statement. And end of the year, you close the book and start fresh. And this is what accounting is. Okay, now let's move on. We have to study the actual what is actually written in the general ledger. We have to discuss the general ledger now in a very detail, because you already know the things. Now let's move on to this one. So here, the general ledger, which I have told you, general ledger is the central record where all general entries are posted. So the general ledger is where all general entries are recorded, and this is the step number 2, and general ledger is the step number 3. Now all the transactions are posted to the relevant ledger account within the general ledger. So this means that it contains separate account for asset, liabilities, capitals, income and expenses, and each transaction is posted to its relevant ledger account. Fine. Now there are accounts for each category, which we have discussed: asset, liability, capital, expenses. At the end of each year period, the total value of the transaction posted to each account is sum up so that the balance on each account can be calculated. Fine. So it means that the period in process is that at the end of the reporting period, the total value of the transaction in each account is summed, and this gives the balances of each account. For example, let's say you have a bank ledger balance. They show the total cash at the period in, and this is the example which is given here. Now the account balances give the total amount up, and that should be in the bank at the end of the period. Now ledger accounts are often denoted by T account. Debit transaction are posted to the left side. This is like T account. So here you will have the debit balances, and here you will have credit balance. So the debit transaction are posted to the left side of the account, while the credit transaction are posted to the right side of the account. Fine. So this means that ledger account are often represented as a T account, which is a shape like a T, and the debit go on the left side and the credit goes on the right side. And this structure help visualize how the transaction affect balances. And we have discussed this in a bit detail. And the next lecture, we will discuss another topic of this process. Okay, thank you for